Hello everyone and welcome to another video on the channel. I am the Sour Sailor and this is another episode of World's Flights. So today's flight is going to be from Belgium to Luxembourg in the A320. Now I said at the end of the last video, if you haven't seen it, please go and watch it. It's a really good video and I did a really good landing. So please go check that out. I said in the last video that I will probably use a GA plane as this flight is pretty short. However, I've tried out a couple of the GA planes, and apart from the Cessnas, which it's going to take me like 3 hours to get there. Probably not 3 hours, but it's going to take me a little while to get there. I just thought that it's probably just best to do the A320. It's like 20 minutes in the air, but it's fine. It is what it is. We just have to be really quick about how we set the plane up. So in this video, if you haven't seen any of my videos before, I take you from cold and dark to cold and dark, from capital to capital. So today we're going to go from Brussels to Luxembourg City, and in the video I'm going to go through the whole flight. I'm not going to make any sort of pauses, any sort of skips. We're going to watch the whole thing, and then in the cruise we're going to sit and listen to some music while looking out the window. I'm hoping that we'll have some cruise. We probably might have a little bit, probably not very long at all. So let's get straight to it. Let's get into the cockpit. Alright, so as always, I will quickly run through it. I always start with the external power and the batteries on, just to kind of get all the doors open or everything like that. So first things first, as always, nav on, crucify on, fuel pump stay off, everything else is off for now. Strobe lights go to auto, nav lights go on. Integrated lighting on, seatbelts on, smoking on, auto, arm the lights, and that's the top panel done. Arm the cockpit door, predictive wind shear on, switch the transponder to on, TARA, and we'll just clear that and put 2000. And turn the lights on at quarter, as it's the daytime. There we go. And then we'll do the PFD lights to about a quarter, and the ND light to about a quarter as well. We'll come across to the first officer's panel, turn them off, and then we'll head on down to, if I remember the right button. It's been a few days since I've done a video. There we go. And that's pretty good. And then we're going to go to the fly pad. Load from SimBrief. There you go. We're going to be in the air from 8:30 to 9:20. So really not a very long flight at all. And then we're going to be looking like it's going to be pretty good weather today. 1027, only 6 knots, 5 knots in Luxembourg. It's pretty good. So OFP, we're looking for 5.4. Yeah, it looks a bit awkward. 5.4, so let's go to 5400. Should have refueled instantly, which it has. Awesome, let's turn it off now. Head over to the MUC2, go to the ATC menu, AOC, init press, init data request. They'll all fill in. We are ABB 721 from Brussels to Luxembourg. 28 minutes is the flight. It's a really short flight, but we're going to do it. We've got to do it. We're doing from each capital. So we're going to request the payload and then start boarding. 174 passengers. Cool. Init page, init request. Let it all fill in. 0 fuel weight is always wrong. It's actually 59.5. There we go. And the block fuel was, what did I say, 5.4? Yeah. Alright. Back to the menu, back to ATSU, back to AOC, to ETIS. Oh, not ETIS, sorry. Weather request. Send weather request. Okay, so while we're waiting, please make sure to subscribe to the channel if you can. And also leave a like as they are really grateful for showing Susan how great our videos are, so they will get pushed out to more people. And also consider leaving a comment as well, so I know how you feel about some of these videos. Let me know if there's any problems or if there's anything that you think I can improve on. I know the obvious one is that I need to be... Oh, I didn't know I did that. The obvious one is obviously using ATC, which I will get to eventually when we start doing a bit of the longer flights. But we will get there soon enough. Okay, so we've got our weather, so that's all good. So now we've done our init, let's do our flight plan. So we're going from Brussels, departing from runway 19. And we're going to be on the LNO 6H. Is it LNO 6H? Let me just double check that. No, LNO 7 left. There it is. And there is no transition. Okay. There's the arrival. And the arrival will be runway ILS-24 for the LNO 1 Delta. Practically using the same arrival. And there is no VIA, I believe. Let me just double check it. Oh, it's DIK. Okay. See how that looks on the flight plan. Okay, we're going to that place twice. Let's clear that. Where's it gone? This one. And alright, so let's just quickly have a look at that in the plan as always. Make sure we've got the right places. You can already see there's a mess there somewhere. So let's zoom out a little bit more. Alright, so first couple of waypoints are good. Then we get to DIK. And then it wants us to go all the way down to... What is that wrong waypoint? That one. What is that? I210. Okay, let's get rid of that. And I get rid of discontinuity. And let's have a look if that's fixed it. Oh yeah, look at that. Straight in. Beautiful. Alright, so that's that sorted out. Back down to here, let's go to the path page. And we want to put in all the details. I haven't got the takeoff procedure thing today loaded up, but we'll just do it 1 flex temperature. Let's just do like 52. Just picking a random number. And then our V speeds will just, we click it and click it again, it will manually apply them. There we go. Cool. All sorted. Now let's get the fuel pumps on and start the APU. Wait for the flap to open. There we go. And let's start it. And then we'll let it go to green here. Waiting. I'll see while we're doing that, let's clear out the so we're just waiting for this to go green. Okay, let's get the APU to bleed on. There we go, still power coming off. Now we're on APU power. Okay, we're pretty much ready to go now. So let's get our QNH set. So QNH here is 1027. So much better day than it was last time. There we go. And our altitude we're going to is 1700 feet. Yeah. So it's a really, we don't really go very high at all. This is not an economically friendly flight, I can tell you that. All right. So we are ready for pushback now. So let's call the pushback in.
Cockpit to ground.
This is ground. Stand by.
Alright, so let it set itself up. I don't think there's anything else we're missing. Apart from all the radio stuff, but I'm not bothering with that.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed.
The parking brakes are set. You may lift.
Parking brake set. Lifting the aircraft.
Alright, aircraft going up.
Standing by for pushback.
Alright, so we're ready to go. So let's have a quick look at where we are in the airport and make sure we're not reversing into something we shouldn't be doing. So, okay. Navigraph is not connecting to the simulator again, which means that the nav data is not turned on. Where is Navigraph Simlink? Just bear 2 seconds, guys. Should be connected now. There we go. Right. So we are here. So we just need to reverse out here, face this way, and then we're going to come out here onto out, follow out 5 to out 6, then we're going to go up to E7, and then we're going to take off from there. Nice easy one. So let's just follow that down, and let's get ready. Alright, so let's reverse.
Cockpit to ground.
Go ahead.
We are cleared for start and push. Parking brake set.
Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Okay, let's release parking brake. Oh, wrong one.
Parking brakes are released.
Commencing pushback. You can start the engines in sequence.
It will start in the sequence.
Alright, so just keep an eye on where we are. So we need to make sure we're coming back at the right speed. So let's get the first engine started. See it spooling up in a second. Just make sure I've got the right way. There he goes. Great sound. Right. So that engine's live. Alright, that'll do.
Okay, pushback completed. Please set your parking brake.
Parking brake set.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Ground. You may disconnect.
Okay, sir. Clear to disconnect.
Wait for this engine to start.
See you at the side. Have a good flight.
Holding position waiting for the visual. Thank you and goodbye.
There it goes. Oh yeah, so good. All right, so we're getting there. We just got to wait for available to appear here, and once it's appeared, we can turn the APU off, and we're ready to go. Just waiting for the temperatures to rise. Just heard the power switch over. So let's get the APU off. Let's get the taxi light on. Turn off's on. And then the wing light's on. And we are ready to go. Right, let's get the brakes off. So like I said, it's a little taxi down. Oh, let's reverse this. Yeah, that's about right. Okay, so we're going to follow this taxiway down. And then our bottom here is going to turn into like a weird roundabout. And we're going to take the very far end. So it's not this turning on the right, but it's the next entrance that we're going to follow. Alright, so as we're taxiing out, let's get ourselves set up. So we're going to go flaps 1 on the speed brake, maximum auto brake. We've got our flight directors on already. Everything's set up over here. Looking good. The chrono should have started on this side. We're going to do our flight takeoff config. Let's come back normal. And then we're just waiting to get to the end and we'll just do a chime.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
There we go. We're ready to take off. Alright, slow down a bit. Alright, so here's the runway. We're pretty much ready to go, so let's just get going. So let's get out our lights on. Nose light to take off. And then we'll get our other chrono on. There we go. So we're going to take the right one. It's runway 19. You see the wind. There is wind, but there's not a lot of wind, so it doesn't really matter what runway you take off today. But it technically is this one. Alright. Stabilize at 40. And then there it is. Man flex. Nose column down. Wait for 100 knots. Let go of the column. Wait to the V speeds. There's V1. There's rotate. Let the plane rise. Gear up. It's quick, straight away we're onto a turn. That's how quick it is. With just take straight off into a turn, which is always cool. And then we're swinging back into flight. Alright, so I'm going to let it do its thing today because it's such a short flight. We've got to get going. So let's get to climb thrust. Oops. Right, let's get a bit of speed behind us. We can get the flaps up so we can disarm the ground spoiler now. Coming through the cloud. Now we can bring the flaps up. Or a little bit too soon, but it's fine. So it's perfectly warm enough. 10 degrees out there, don't need anti-icing. Alright. So all is looking good. We've got our Air Belgian cups. Got our stunning views out the window. Couldn't be better, could it? So I think by looking at the top of the screen, the unfortunate problem is that the Sim Toolkit Pro is not working. It's telling you it's in cruise for some reason, and it's not giving you an estimated time or speed, so that's broken. So I will fix that for the next video. So for now we'll just get rid of it. There we go. Alright. So now you go to standard. Oops. Let's change that back. There we go. Alright, so we need to be 6,000 plus for this waypoint. We've already hit that, so we're in a good position. Moving on before it to the top of climb. Spare me 1 second, guys. I'm just trying to reset Sim Toolkit Pro in the background while we're climbing. Hopefully that's fixed it. Let's see. Yep. Alright. Hopefully that's fixed it on here as well now. Yes, there we go. Perfect. Really odd that it got a bit confused there for some reason. But we're back now. Oh, Radeon software. Alright. So we are climbing nicely. We're nearly at top of climb already, which is good because it's where we're supposed to be right now. Let's go to the top of climb very shortly once we fly over Hainaut. It's another lovely day, really is. Lovely day out there. Broken clouds. Not spot of rain or snow. Let's get the landing lights off. Beautiful. Right, so top of climbing is like in a mile or two. Probably just go over it, but that's fine. What we're going to do as soon as we hit cruise, I'm just going to go to the cruise mode, or our cruise mode, as I like to call it, and then I will be back once we get closer to descent. It's going to be pretty short, probably no longer than like 10 minutes. It should be good. So, near there. I'm thinking some good wing views today. There's gonna be some good wing views. Like I said, I tried to do this flight earlier in one of the GA planes, but they're just so bad. Like, unless I was flying in the Cessna 152 or the 172, like it was just awful trying to fly. I flew in the TBM, and the TBM started spinning out of control on autopilot. So that explains it all, really. It's the only pretty much decent plane in there, really, apart from the new ones that payware. But we'll see how it goes in the next couple of months. See if anything else good comes out. Right, okay, so we're at cruise, so let's get the seatbelt lights off, and hopefully we don't have any issues with the sim going crazy. And then we're going to go and sit in outside views. Oh, that one. That one. Yeah, lovely. Alright, so guys, I'll be back in about 5 to 10 minutes time. I'm going to stick some music on and enjoy. Alright guys, let's get back in the flight deck. I remember how to do it. There we go. Right, so we better get our destination data in as quick as possible now. I probably left this a little bit too late, but I kind of wanted to hold out a bit longer. So let's go destination. So QNH ELLX is 1028. And the temperature is, I think, if I remember rightly, it's about 10 degrees, I believe. And the weather is 5 knots at 150. And the baro is... where are we looking? Baro pressure, please. It's quite a high one. It's 1,413. Cool. There we go. All done. Let's go back to the perf page. Oh, where am I? There we are. Alright, let's get down. So we're going down to 3,000 feet. So down we go. Seatbelt signs go back on. No cloud in sight, it looks like. Oh yeah, we also have to drop our speed because we're in the 250 zone. So let's get to that. No cloud in the sky over there. It's crazy. Alright, so it's starting to drop now. There we go. Making our descent. We can get our speed brakes back. Oops. I always forget to do that. I think we're going to need to drop quicker than that. So let's get the 2500. What's the button? There we go. Or you can allow the plane to speed up a bit. Still, the sim still is not really coping very well with the descent, which is a shame. But it is what it is, so we just have to deal with it. Alright, so we're letting the plane speed up so we can get down quicker. We haven't got too far to go, which is nice. We're not like 35,000 feet or something. But we're getting closer and closer every second. Alright, so it's time to make our left turn. Down into Luxembourg, below us. Nice and hilly, which is good. Bit of mist on the hills. Look. Okay, so at 12,000 feet. Probably going a little bit too quickly now. But it's fine. It's also the most stressful part. It's just trying to get the plane down. The other wants to come down. Alright. Nearly 10,000 feet, so it's time to turn the lights on. Could get this light. There we go. Alright. We're way too high. I might just swing the plane out a bit more. Just a fraction. Just to give it a chance to get down to that speed, because we're doing like 310 knots now. Let's get those speed brakes out again. Once we get down to a good level, then we'll turn back in. Fortunately, it's just the paint. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong here, but I calculate the top of descent properly. Like, I like get all ready to go, and as soon as the plane's just like, nah. Maybe it's just me. Let me know in the comments what you think. There is me or the plane. Alright, 6,000 feet. Right, we're going into Germany now, so we're going to have to turn. Okay, standard pressure down to QNH, which is 1028. Alright, 5,000. It's looking good. Let's bring our speed back a bit more now. Well, let's turn back onto the approach. See how the mist like clings to the ground? That's really good. I like that on Microsoft Flight Simulator. It's really nice. Alright, so we're at altitude now, so we can bring ourselves back around. Might take a little detour, but it's fine.
2,500.
Obviously, this wouldn't have gone down so well if it was real life. Alright, we're slowing down. Slow down to 230. Let's go flaps 1. $190. Arm approach. Landing system on. Okay, flaps 2. Right, 180. Once we're below 180, we can go landing gear. Which doesn't seem to work for me. There we go. Alright, so spoilers need to be armed, so we need to do that now. Alright. Let's flap it again. Activate approach. As you can see, we capture the localizer now. So let's bring it down to final speed. Beautiful. It's coming in the mist. Bit of a misty day. It's looking good though. Full flaps. Let's bing the cabin.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
Beautiful. Alright. Glide scope's about to capture. There we go. And down we come. I can't see the runway, but I'm sure we'll see it before touchdown. We're coming up to minimums quite shortly, actually. Or barrow minimums, anyway. Beautiful. Let's get auto brakes to medium. Still can't see the runway. Oh yeah, I can just see it. You probably can't see it yet, but it's just there. My apologies.
1,000.
Right, 1,000. Runway's in sight. Okay. Let's land.
400, 300.
They are coming in pretty quickly though. For some reason, the autopilot wants us to come in quick today.
Minimum.
Alright, minimums. Let's continue.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5.
Lovely. Our reversers are out. Alright, here we are. Welcome to Luxembourg. Manual braking. Oops, a little bit too early. Alright, so let's go park up somewhere in Luxembourg. That landing, apparently, according to SimBrief, according to SimToolkit Pro, was a minus 400. And I'm not entirely sure that is the other way. Not entirely sure that is believable. That felt quite nice. It was quite quick though. For some reason the speed on the FMC didn't want to go lower than 160 knots. Oh well, we still landed it. Any landing you walk away from is good landing. Right, so let's clean the plane up, so let's get the flaps in. And on the spoiler. Start the APU up. Let's get the landing lights off. Switch to taxi. Alright, it's just dump here somewhere, I guess. So according to the chart, we can park anywhere along here really. There's like GA planes here as well. I think we want to be going over here. It's not a bad little flight though. Let's fly to Luxembourg. It's quick, nice and easy. This one we got out of the way on our travels. Right. So I think we need to park over here. They all seem GA though over here as well. Oh no, they look bigger. They look bigger. Not... Let's just park it down here somewhere. Oh, there's a 747 there. Maybe it's down here. This doesn't say on the thing where the large planes park. It just says the numbers. Well, there's a giant plane over here, so we're going to go over it. Although there are some small planes next to jetways randomly. Let's get the landing system off because we don't need this anymore. And the flight directors. Constraints. 31 minutes on that time. 30 minutes on that time. So not bad. 30-minute flight. Yeah, here are the bigger planes. Look, okay, so let's park here. That thing is massive. Is that an A380? I'm not sure why that's coming in and out of Luxembourg, but okay. That APU intake is bigger than my plane. Alright, let's just pump it over here somewhere. Alright. Okay, so let's get the parking brake on. And that's good. So the APU's definitely started now. Oh, probably APU bleed. Let's make sure that's on. And let's kill the engines. There we go. Flight complete. Alright, let's get the rest of the lights off. Cruise supply coming off, nav off. Yeah, there's no external power, so we can't turn that off yet. So this is all done. Let's unlock the door, turn PWS off. Let's turn the transponder off. We want to turn off the floodlight lights. Lighting, floodlights. Turn off the PFDs. And the NDs. Then we turn off the ECAM lights. Turn the brake fly off now. Brake fan off even. And that is pretty much it. So then we can just calmly turn the APU off, turn the pumps off, and then everything will die apart from the battery. And turn the batteries off. So it's going to sit there, like it's going to leave it running for a bit because the APU is still running. The APU will turn off in a minute and then everything will be good. Right, so let's jump outside. I suppose we'll finish off the flight by just putting some stuff up on it. Setting it up nicely. So let's get the doors open. If they want to open. Do you want to open door? Okay. Right, let's get the stairs, baggage, catering, power. Alright, well that's glitched out. Okay, fine. I may have parked a bit too far forward. I think I was probably supposed to stop here. Oh. Alright guys, so I hope you enjoyed the flight. It's our flight from Belgium to Luxembourg is now complete. A little bit of an interesting one, nice and short. Landing apparently 44 minus 444, but whatever. Pretty sure it wasn't that bad. So the next flight we're going to do is we're going to go from Luxembourg to the Netherlands. So we're going to go from Luxembourg City to Amsterdam. It's going to be another hour-ish flight. It's a little bit further than Belgium, so we should have a little bit more time. I'm probably thinking it's probably going to be about an hour. So it should be quite a nice flight. So look forward to doing that. So please make sure to turn up, and there goes the APU. Make sure to turn up to watch that as well. It should be quite a good flight. This could be it for me. Please make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And also leave me some comments and let me know what you guys think about my flying, about the routes I'm taking, whether you think there's certain sceneries I should be downloading or certain aircraft you think would help with these shorter flights. Let me know what your feelings are. I'm only going to be doing it in Microsoft Flight Simulator, so next plane 11 suggestions I'm going to go out the window with. It's my executive decision on that one. So thanks for watching guys, and I'll see you in the next video. See you later.